Hey guys, welcome back. I said this last night during the review of the Oilers and Avalanche that I was going to try and give a little preview to the Eastern Conference final between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Rangers. So here's my little preview of it. I think Tampa ends up winning. Hahowever, anybody that's saying that the New York Rangers, they don't have a chance, you haven't been watching, because they've got a really good team. They have a really good team. I mean, when you got Mika Zibanejad, Chris Kreider, Adam Fox, Artemi Panarin, there's a couple other guys I'm forgetting. But, and then you also have, though, the guy who is going to win the Vezina Trophy this year in net, in Igor Shesterkin. That's a really good team. And a lot of people can say, because I had the Rangers out in the first round. I had them losing to the Penguins in the first round. And I almost was a complete 8 for 8 in the first round. But the Rangers, they came through. And the Rangers in the Carolina series, the Rangers are the team that wins a road game because they know how to. How the Hurricanes, I don't know. It's just I might discuss that. I might discuss their little playoff run in a separate video also. But yeah, the Rangers are an interesting team. They're a really good team, and it's interesting because I didn't get the total percentages, but on Tim and Friends, Tim McAuliffe talked about how this is literally going to be the first series that the New York Rangers are actually going to be facing a starting goaltender. Because in the first series, they faced Pittsburgh's backup, who then got hurt, and then their third stringer had to come in and basically played the entire rest of the series until Game 7, when their starter finally got back into the series. So there was that. And then they go into the series with Carolina. Same thing. You're facing the backup. Not that Antti Ranta didn't have a good run. He did. But he's not the starter. Freddie Anderson was the starter. And he couldn't go throughout any part of the playoffs. Even if the Hurricanes would have made the conference finals, I don't know if Anderson gets back even in that series. So who knows? So they played a backup, and then they also played a third stringer when Ranta got hurt in Game 7. So the Rangers have not played a number one starter this entire playoff. And who, of course, is that number one starter? Andrei Vasilevsky. Yes, Igor Shesterkin is going to most likely win the Vezina Trophy, but when you talk about who the best goalie in the league is right now, as good as Igor is, and I think Igor will get there, it's Vasilevsky. I mean, he is just he's on another level right now. And he's only 27 years old. That's what's scary about him. He's only 27. He's still in his prime. And he's this good where he might backstop the Lightning to a potential third straight Stanley Cup, something that has not been done in 40 years. I'll tell you, it's it'll be interesting to see. And the Lightning are riding a six game winning streak right now. I mean, they struggled against Toronto. They really struggled against Toronto. I mean, Toronto had them down. I mean, this could very easily be the New York Rangers playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. Very easily. Because Toronto had them. The Lightning, they weren't playing that good. And that's the one thing I've noticed in the last, couple of years. That's when the Lightning are the most vulnerable. Is in that first round. If you can get on them in the first round, you can get to them and you could potentially knock them out. The Leafs had them. They were up 3-2 on them. They were in Game 6 in overtime in Game 6. That's how close it was from the Tampa Bay Lightning's quest for a three-peat stopping. But they found a way. The championship teams find a way to win. And they did. And then they go in. We're expecting the Battle of Florida to be absolutely phenomenal. I know I was. And it was a complete, just a total complete, basic beatdown. I mean, the one game that the Panthers really were in that honestly should have gone to overtime, but Florida's two defensemen decide, hey, let's go get on Kucherov 2-on-1, leaving Ross Colton all by himself saying thank you, and ending that game with about 3 seconds left. And that right there was the series. That was game 2, I believe. Was it game? No, I think that was game 2. But or it might have been game 3. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section. I think it was game 2, but it might have been game 3. But I'm about 80% positive that was game 2. That Ross Colton ended it with about 3 seconds left. Let me know that in the comment section, just to make sure on my part. Me and my getting into my old age, start forgetting stuff. But yeah, I think that was game 2. Let me know if that was game 2 or if it was game 3. But they went through the Panthers like it was nothing. I mean, 4 straight over a team that won. What did the Panthers win? 58 games this year? And who knows? I mean, this might have been the kind of smackdown that the Florida Panthers needed to maybe propel them into something, into something good. Because as we saw in 2019 with the Lightning, they won 62 games and then they got smacked. They got smacked in the face by the Columbus Blue Jackets. And they're getting all the regular season awards, all that stuff. Vasilevsky wins the Vezina Trophy. He goes up, takes the trophy. He's not happy at all. Because he's hearing all the things, they're all laughing like, ha, 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 62 wins, got swept in the first round. And Vasilevsky had the look on his face like, all right, okay, you want to talk? All right, okay, you keep talking. We'll see who has the last laugh. And 10 straight playoff series victories later, and 2 straight Stanley Cups. Here's the Tampa Bay Lightning going for a 3rd in a row, and they're looking, as Steve Dangle would call it, they're looking like a wagon. It's just. And the Rangers beat Tampa Bay 3 times in the regular season. I mean, they played 3 times, and the Rangers won each one of them. So I definitely give the Rangers a chance. Because, I mean, the Rangers are a good team. They're very deep, and they have home ice. So the first 2 games are at Madison Square Garden. Now, I don't think that matters to Tampa because Tampa hasn't had home ice this entire run. They didn't have home ice last year during their run. Because, again, they were a 3 seed last year. See, Tampa doesn't. They're like, we don't need to be number 1 in a division. We don't need to be number 1 in a conference or the league. We're fine at number 3. They seem to be because look at them. I mean, they're going for a 3rd in a row. And, of course, Tampa is loaded with their guys. I mean, Stamkos, Hedman, Kucherov. Point is still out. He might. I mean, I was hearing he might be able to return at some point during the conference finals, but I don't know. I don't know. That injury looked nasty on him from him. But you never know. He might be able to come back in the conference finals depending on how long it goes. But I mean, even the depth guys, and everybody talks about, losing guys like Barclay Goodrow and Blake Coleman and guys like that, and they've just, Palat has stepped up. Ross Colton has just all of a sudden just appeared out of nowhere, just, as if to say, here I am. They make the trade to go get Nick Paul from Ottawa, who he's been fantastic. It's almost like, okay, we lose a couple of guys, and we plug these guys in, and they don't miss a beat. So I have the Lightning winning. I do have the Lightning winning the series, but I think it's going to be close. It might go all 7. Might. Only 2 teams out of the last 10 playoff series have took the Lightning to 7 games. And another interesting thing, this is the 3rd straight year that the Lightning, to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, have to go through a team from New York. The last 2 years it was the Islanders. This year it's the Rangers. So we'll see what New York can do. We'll see if the Rangers can hang with them, because, I mean, this is playoff Lightning. And Tampa's been off for, what's it been, 10 days? We'll see if there's any rust on them tonight, because the Rangers just came off another 7-game series. They got one day to rest, and they're right back at it again today. At home, though. So we'll see if the Lightning have any rust. We'll see how the Rangers come out. But I'm not expecting this series to be like I'm thinking the Western Conference series is going to be. Because that series looks like, right now, after 1 game, looks like an absolute track meet. I don't see that happening in this series. Because you've got two of the top goaltenders in the entire league going head-to-head for the right to go to the Stanley Cup Final. We'll see. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Who do you think wins the series? Do you give the edge to the Lightning? Or do you give it to the Rangers? Can the Rangers be the team that finally ends the quest for Tampa to get 3 in a row? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that. And if you're new, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button down there. I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I would love to have everybody possible be a part of the channel. And again, if you're new, I love hockey. I'm very passionate about the sport. I've loved it since I was a kid. And, any kind of news, I love talking hockey news. I love doing stuff like this. Jersey unboxings are my favorites. I love doing those. Those are, I mean, you can't ever go wrong with those. It's just like, it's literally like Christmas. Anytime you get it, I'm just like, yee, So if you guys enjoy that kind of content, pop on in here, and you'll see that stuff, and yeah, hopefully you guys think I do a good enough job to earn a subscription from you guys. And again, that's down there in that corner. And it's either down in that corner or on the main page. You got the subscribe thing there too. And if you want to, you can hit that little bell there, to know whenever a new video is uploaded. So again, I hope you guys enjoy the content. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this series. And again, if you like the content, hit that subscribe button down there or on the main channel page there. And like I said, I hope you enjoy the videos. Talk to you again soon.